Solve the system of equations. Enter your answer as an ordered pair coordinate notation. So I'm looking at these two equations and I'm looking at the coefficients. And it's pretty clear I can't just multiply through by a single number. I have to do two linear combinations. I'm going to work with this 2 and 3. So if I multiply the first equation by 3 and the second equation by 2, that'll create negative 6 for the y and positive 6 for this y. And then that can use elimination to solve for x. So let's do that. Multiply the first equation by 3. 3 times 4x is 12x. And then 3 times negative 2y is negative 6y, so minus 6y, equals 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. Then multiply the second equation by 2. 2 times 7x is 14x. 2 times positive 3y is positive 6y. 2 times 12 is 24. Okay, so let's add. 12x plus 14x is 26x. Negative 6y plus 6y is 0, so we don't put anything there. And then equals negative 24 plus 24, that's 0 also. So 26x equals 0. This means x has to be equal to 0 because there's only one way to get 0, multiplying. You have to multiply by 0. So just to solve, I'm going to divide by 26 on both sides. So x equals 0 divided by 26, which is 0. Okay, so x equals 0. Now let's take a look at the y value. So we're going to substitute back into one of the equations. I'll just substitute into the first equation here. So let's see, 4 times 0 minus 2y equals negative 8. And then 4 times 0 is 0, so I don't need to write anything here anymore. So we just have negative 2y equals negative 8. To solve, divide by negative 2. And y equals negative 8 divided by negative 2, which is positive 4. So we have x equals 0, y equals 4. Our coordinate is 0, 4. Okay, so that's the solution to the equation. And I like to verify by graphing. So here's a graphing grid. Move that over just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to graph the system of equations here just to see if it looks like the solution is 0, 4. So I'm going to use the intercept method to find the x-intercept. I'm going to ignore the y part, and it's 4x equals negative 8. Divide by 4, x equals negative 2. And then to find the y-intercept, I'll ignore the x. It'll be negative 2y equals negative 8. Divide by negative 2, and y equals 4. So the intercepts for this first equation are negative 2 for x, so I'll put that right there. Y equals 4, put that right there. Okay, that looks pretty good that way. Okay, there. Now let's take a look at equation 2. I'm going to go for the x-intercept first, so I'll ignore the y. And that will be 7x equals 12. Divide by 7. And 12 sevenths, well, that's like 1.8, I'm going to say, just estimating. So x equals about 1.8. And then 3y equals 12. Divide by 3, so y equals 4. So the x-intercepts for this second equation, let me switch colors. X is about 1.8, so about right there, and y is 4. Okay, now before I even draw this second line, I can see that this 0, 4 is in common, and that's the solution right here. So we know we're good to go. But let me just go ahead and draw this line. So it should go through about right there. About right there. Okay, so here's the system of equations, and now we can verify by the graph that 0, 4 is correct.